Blake Brookins takes a ball. And that pitch a called strike, 1-1.
Cole Evilsizer out for his 5th inning of work. Like we said, settled down after that rough first inning, been giving the Rebels some good length.
That ball hit out into right. That ball's going back, and so is Mike Dobkowski. He's going to make a jumping, misses it on the wall. That's going to be easily a triple for Blake Brookins. Nice attempt there by Mike Dobkowski.
Brookins, who was acquired from Percival in a trade. First game in the lineup for Front Royal, making an impact right away.
Easily stand up, no doubt about it there. So no outs, runner 90 feet away from home. Here's Austin Lafferty who takes a ball.
Sorry, I know we only have a few viewers watching. We had to stop and start the stream once again and try to fix buffering issues.
Called strike, 1-1.
So hopefully our loyal viewers are chasing us around YouTube, following the most concurrent stream.
Oh, trust us, we'll be back. It's just a matter of when and the manner of how. Hopefully with things worked. Because our online scoreboard is updated, but not actually. So, I mean, the score is the same. The inning is very different, and Brett will cry if you criticize him, so please don't. That ball is outside, 2-2.
Wish we could blame it on the Virginia rainstorms that are going through the state. But it has been very sunny today, no weather problems. Although the lights in the booth have been flickering a little bit.
Oh, really?
Maybe it's a power issue.
3-2 on Austin Lafferty. And that pitch is high, so Cardinals will have 2 runners on corners. Here in the top of the 5th. 8 hits tonight so far for Front Royal. Is there a bug on my back?
I'd really like to see Evilsizer finish this 5th inning for the Rebels pitching staff. But with nobody out here, it's looking troublesome.
Would be ideal. 0-1 on Mason McDougal. Blake Brookins on third, Austin Lafferty on first. John Dobkowski does a good job keeping that pitch in front of him. It'll be 1-1. The air moving in the press box, if anybody was curious. The air moving in the press box. 1-2. Mason McDougal fouls that one straight back.
We're trying to create some wind energy here in the booth to help the connectivity problems.
Two count. And I'm swinging a miss. So Mason McDougal goes down swinging for the first out here in this inning.
First baseman number 36, Aiden Kelly.
And here's Aiden McNelly. 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a strikeout.
Evilsizer now a double play away. Tight roping out of this inning.
First pitch a ball, 1-0. And that one's inside. So falling behind to this batter as well. Called strike, 2-1.
Another get me over strike curveball from Evil Sizer. He loves going to that pitch even when he needs a strike.
And I would as well. That one's a strike on a fastball. 2-2.
Then he tunnels it well with the high fastball. Talked about how the difference in those two pitches increases the deception for hitters.
Called strike 3 gets Aiden McNally looking. Big out there for Evil Sizer. We'll say Evil Sizer's been getting these strikeouts when he needs them tonight.
Around the catcher, number 27, Philip Weinberg.
Absolutely.
I have 7 strikeouts tonight for Evil Sizer.
I have 7 as well.
We're matched up. That means it's right. Well, hopefully.
We're either both right or both wrong.
Exactly. 1-0 on Dylan Weinbrenner.
Like you said, though, great moments for the strikeouts. The past 2 batters, clutch moments for Evil Sizer.
I'm going to call it strike 1-1. Breaking ball stays high, 2-1. They're going to ask if Weinbrenner went. They know. It'll be 2-2.
He said yes, he went, but it was the home plate umpire that called it.
Oh,
He felt there was no need to refer to the first base umpire.
a runner goes. Runners are off. That one's hit out into deep right field. And that'll be off the wall. That'll be a 2 RBI double for Dylan Brenner. Scores Blake Brookins and Austin Lafferty. And Front Royal jumps out to a 5-1 lead. And looks like Cole Evil Sizer is coming out of this game. We'll be back to you as soon as we can.
Jason Scheifetz filling in on the mound, inheriting a runner on the second base. And a Cole Evil Sizer, we talked about how he settled in after that first inning. Fortunately, couldn't close out this inning. He was one pitch away, but that 2-run double by Weinbrenner proved to be difference of that.
That one's fouled off to the right, 1-1. And that ball's hit out over to shortstop. Throw over off the line. Nice tag by Matt Murphy for the 6-3. 2 runs. 2 hits, no errors, 1 run left on base. Cody Cooper, number 9 batter for the Rebels. Be followed by Jake Henry Williams and Logan Kelly.
We just made that really nice play to end the hectic top of the 5th. Rebels could use a chaotic inning themselves.
I'd take it. Down 5-1 now. In the bottom of the 5th. Called strike 0-2 on Cody Cooper.
Bellhorn out for his 5th inning of work. He's been cruising. Couple walks, couple singles, but other than that, very nice start from him.
And swing and a miss for out number 1. So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Jake Henry Williams.
For 34, Jake Henry Williams.
Hannah, do I have this wrong? Was that Bellhorn's first strikeout?
Well, let me look. You're correct.
So great start from Bellhorn.
Honestly, yeah, first
Despite that
pitch
fact.
inside.
Despite the lack of strikeouts, still limiting hits, limiting runs.
His pitch count is only at 60 right now. So that's pretty incredible, especially for no strikeouts. Called strike 1-1.
In some cases, it might be an indictment for the Rebels lineup not to work up that pitch count. But only striking out once so far and how the Rebels lineup has performed up to this point, I'd like to see that lack of strikeouts.
And that one's hit up the middle. And the center fielder, Jake Henry Williams, will be rounding his way to second and potentially even third. He's going to third. Super exciting. 3 bases for Jake Henry Williams. That was We're gonna see how that was scored. It's definitely a hit.
I believe that is straight up a triple.
Straight up a triple.
I don't
I would
think
agree.
personally there is a single error on that play.
From Colorado State University.
Obviously, if you're Lafferty, that didn't go exactly how he planned defensively in center field. He slipped before he even got to the ball, but there was not a physical error where he booted the ball away from him. That ball just...
I mean, sounds good to me. Personally, I'm not complaining about that. But we'll see what Greg says. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Nonetheless, 3 bases. Greg says a single and an E8. So what Greg says goes, unfortunately. That one's laced out in the left. That'll be an RBI for Logan Kelly. RBI single there. Scores Jake Henry Williams. Rebels close this gap, 5-2.
Rebels lineup finally getting to Bellhorn.
Community College. Number 6.
They got that first run in the first inning after Jake Henry's double. The situational hitting behind him to drive him in. Jake Henry starting things off again for the Rebels' second run tonight.
And that pitch is hit hard. Matt Murphy hitting that. The 0-1, 1 out. And throwback gets away from the first baseman. Gonna advance Logan Kelly over to second. Is that gonna be an E1?
Yep.
Yep. There are locusts. Tis the season, I guess. A 1 pitch from Bellhorn is going to be chopped. Jay Campbell has a hold of it, and the throw gets away from the first baseman. A run's going to come in. Logan Kelly scoring. Rebels getting something going here. That's going to be an E5 all around. That's Matt Murphy on base. 3rd error of the night for the Cardinals. And coach is going out to talk. We're going to have a new pitcher in for the Cardinals. We'll let y'all know.
Logan Kelly, or no, sorry, Matt Murphy is going to swipe third base there. Caught the
Ooh.
defense sleeping after this pitching.
Sleeping as well.
We're also got some changes in the
Yeah,
booth here.
pitching change. That ball fouled off to the right, 1-1.
It's Southpaw Ryan Whitaker in for Front Royal. 12 innings so far this summer, ERA in the fives. We also have a scoring change. Matt Murphy, who got on via air and advanced to second base, now on third base from that stolen base.
1-1 pitch, hit out over to shortstop. Shortstop's going to make a throw home. They're going to have a fielder's choice. It's going to be a 6-2 to get Matt Murphy out at home. For out number 2, Mike Dobkowski is going to make his way over to first.
Penn State, number 25, Blaine Waltemeyer.
So a lot going on in that play.
Two outs, one runner on. It's going to be Dobkowski over at first. Mike Dobkowski. Here's Blaine Waltemeyer. Called strike on Blaine Waltemeyer.
The scoring ruling that was changed up here was Matt Murphy. It was a single, and then he advanced to second base from that throwing error from the third baseman. Then he got himself to third base from that stolen base. Mike Dobkowski chopped at the shortstop, and it looked like the contact play was on, but Murphy hesitated and then put his head down and tried to beat the throw home. It was a good heads-up play by Bland, Front Royal shortstop, to gun him down.
A 1 pitch inside. Waltemeyer swings on it to make it 0-2.
For those that don't know, when you're on third base, the contact play is basically you're running on any ground ball that's anywhere right away. You're breaking for home. Murphy had a little hesitation. That's what led to that out at home plate.
That ball hit foul. Waltemeyer staying alive.
Even if Waltemeyer goes down here for the third out, good inning from the Rebels to answer back, get those 2 runs back.
And that pitch just misses. It'll be 1-2 on Waltemeyer.
That was a good executed 0-2 pitch, but good call from the umpire. He hasn't really been calling that ball or 2 out for either team.
And that ball hit over to second baseman. 4-3. For out number 3. 2 runs on 3 hits, 3 errors, 1 runner left on base in the top of the 5th. Top of the sixth, score 5-3. First pitch in for a strike.
Chaifetz back out to work for the Rebels.
On Gabe Millara. Kathy, the score is 5-3 in the top of the sixth. Been updating it pretty live throughout this. We're not sure what's going on with it, but 1-1. You can go onto the Valley Baseball League's website. So 1-2. 1-2 pitch to Gabe Millara is fouled off to the right. Jackson Hill on deck for the Cardinals. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, so Jason Chaifetz gets the out. You can follow along on the Valley Baseball League website, live scoreboard. And that ball's been bobbled, tossed to first. That is going to be an E3 to put Jackson Hill on base.
Third baseman number 35.
Looked like Murphy was a little rushed on that play. One of those when you're waiting for the ball to get to you. Kind of don't want to let the game come to you that much. You want to make more of an effort to be aggressive and go get it.
Chaifetz going to try to get the runner out over at first. It's Hill. It's Jay Campbell up to the plate now. Big 3-run home run and a single so far tonight.
Chaifetz, we've talked about it. He's started a game before, but even in relief, he can give you multiple innings. So probably looking for 2 more outs here and maybe another inning for Chaifetz to give you.
Pitch is high and inside. It'll be 2-0 on Jay Campbell. Ball's popped foul, 2-1. Next pitch, called strike. Kind of leaving up 2 apiece. 2-2. Jay Campbell. Two breaking ball just misses. It'll be a full count now.
That looked really similar to the last pitch, but breaking ball there, so it could have ended up differently on the outer corner. Chaifetz didn't look too upset at the call, but he'll have to win this pitch.
That ball's hit into the gap right in between third base and shortstop. No throw in. Throw goes over to first.
And not sure why he threw to first base there. But good job holding it in left field and not trying to get that lead runner out at third base. He didn't really have much of a shot. So keeping the trail runner at first base also keeps the double play as a possibility here. But Campbell, 3rd hit today. Just finding holes everywhere in the offense, defense. We didn't really have to find a hole in the offense. Kind of just hit it over everybody in his first plate appearance. But finding the hole there in the defense, and the runner was on the move in that 3-2 count. The lead runner able to take third base and be 90 feet away from another insurance run.
First pitch, a ball on Blake Brookins. Had a triple previously. And that one's fouled back. It'll be a 1-on-1.
Campbell's got good speed at first base. But if you're Shifetz and Dubkowski, the battery for the Rebels, want to keep them close.
And that ball's popped in the air. Jake Henry Williams has a hold of it and shallow left. I can tell Cody Cooper did not know where that ball was. Neither did I, and neither did Caleb Newcomer. I really don't think anybody except Jake Henry Williams knew. So.
And he's the most important individual to know where it is.
So good thing.
Center fielder number 5, Austin Lafferty.
If I were to pick anybody to know where that fly ball is, I'd pick him, I think.
So 2 outs. Runner still on corners. Here's Austin Lafferty. And that ball hit right into the gap past Waltemeyer. It'll be a single, RBI single for Austin Lafferty.
Lafferty wasting no time there. First pitch, found the same hole in the infield Campbell did. Between shortstop and third baseman.
Designated hitter number 30, Mason McDougal.
Called strike on McDougal. Front row now has a 6-3 lead. 0-1 pitch popped in the air, and Blaine Waltemeyer has a hold of it for the P5 and foul territory. 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. In the top of the 6th, we'll go into the bottom of the 6th. Front row leads 6-3. We have our own little lightning radar over to the left. It's 101 miles away. We mean Brett. That ball's hit into the glove of Jay Campbell. If he makes this play, that's nice, and he did. That was to get John Dubkowski. Brett, I see nothing.
Delivering on the right fielder from East Florida State College, number 28, Bryce.
Here's Bryce Pax, 0 for 1 tonight. Curveball misses for ball 1. And that ball is hit over to Caleb Newcomer, excuse me. That was Malara making the play. The wrong team out. So quickly 2 outs here for Ryan Whitaker.
Covering on the second baseman from Shippensburg University, number 11, Caleb Newcomer.
And here's Caleb Newcomer stepping up to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight. Looking for his first hit.
Ryan Whitaker looking like he can give Front Royal some length in that bullpen, just like we were talking about how Scheifetz can do for the Rebels.
Fastball inside and in the dirt, 1-1. Oh, 1-0. Thanks, guys, for keeping me in check up here. 1-0 pitch. Now it's 1-1. And a called strike there, 1-2.
Newcomer not happy with that call. He was getting some outside pitches called on him his previous at-bat. He's got that inside pitch called on him. A little difficult when you're getting out and in.
Curveball inside, 2-2.
Usually the problem batters have is when umpires are inconsistent, or giving one corner one time and a different corner another time.
Three up, 3 down for Ryan Whitaker and the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Through 6 complete. Royal leads 6-3.
Welcome.
McNally here to lead things off against Jason Scheifetz.
And welcome back to the stream, everyone. I have been notified by a few viewers that if you remember what I was saying last time, I was saying some interesting things about the chili, being out of Chile, and I used the wrong words. And I just wanted to say that they were completely right. We were out of Chile the other day, and I said that was completely hedonistic. What I meant to say was heretical. That is heretical. We should always have chili with our Rebel burgers here. So I just wanted to make that clear with you guys if you were here in the last.
And you can never have too much chili.
Exactly.
That's
There's no such thing.
So that pitch by Scheifetz is going to get McNally on the hand. Leadoff hitter on base for Front Royal. Brings up Weinbrenner and first pitch to him in their strike 1. 0-1 pitch misses, ball one. Weinbrenner 2 for 3 today with a double last at bat. Hardy swing there. Comes up empty though. Strike two. It's not necessarily a strikeout pitcher. Getting a swing and miss there, but maybe looking for some soft contact and a double play here. That pitched low. Ball two. Good work by Dubkowski behind the plate. You have some great post-game meals here at Rebel Park after our home games to feed all our employees and players. Max, do you have a favorite post-game meal?
It was definitely the other night. Oh my god, they had pork chops they brought buns and a great strikeout from Scheifetz.
Just when I was saying he doesn't rely on strikeouts too much, blows Weinbrenner away there for out number one.
That's the thing, like with Scheifetz, like being a club player, that just brings so much, like a little bit more depth into what they're looking for here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and he's versatile as a pitcher. We were mentioning earlier how pretty sure he started one game, but he can give you length in the middle of games.
100%. Great stamina when he's up at the mound.
That one bounced to third. Waltmeyer takes it to second, turn to first
And that's
base,
a
and the
great-
Rebels turn two.
Great double play. And that
5-4-3 double play to end the frame there.
Starting us out in the seventh inning.
and that'll keep the Rebels in it as they go into the second half of the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us.
Cody Cooper leading things off here in the bottom of the seventh. Going up against Ryan Whitaker, southpaw for Front Royal. Right back to Whitaker. He gloves it. He's going to flip it to first for out number one. So Cody Cooper went up there swinging, very aggressive. He's going to ground out 1-3.
Left fielder from Arkansas State University, number 34, Jake Henry Williams.
I'll bring up Jake Henry Williams. Leadoff hitter batting second this inning. First pitch. In there, strike one. 2 for 3 so far today. Double and a triple. The only out was a line out left field. So Williams seeing it well today. Sorry, not a triple. Last at bat, it was that pitch misses inside ball one. His last at bat was that wacky play to center field that kind of took a weird bounce and had Front Royal center fielder Lafferty Discombobulated out there. Good curveball by Whitaker. Landed in there for strike 2. One-two pitch. This is outside. Count now even, 2-2. If you're still watching, Front Royal still has the lead, 6-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Thanks for trucking along with us this stream, despite our technical difficulty. Pitch misses low. Count now full. Big pitch here. Williams trying to get on base and ignite another rally for the Rebels. Curveball lifted out the deep left field. That one is not coming back. Solo off the wall. Jake Henry is going to have a stand-up double. I thought that one was gone for sure, but ricocheted off the top of the wall.
Got us there.
The Rebels dugout gesturing to Jake Henry Williams to second base that he needs to hit the bench a little more. Lift some weights.
Covering up center fielder from Colorado State University. For 15, Logan.
Nobody on the Rebels lineup has bragging rights over Jake Henry, however, as he is now 3 for 4 today, a monstrous day for him. First pitch to Kelly, ground to the third. Campbell has it, delivers the throw, and that's out number 2. After an electrifying double from Williams, Kelly tries to stay aggressive, but he'll ground out for the second out.
From Salem Community College. First baseman number 6, Matt Murphy.
Feel very guilty getting a little jumpy on that Jake Henry Williams hit, thinking it was a home run. But the crack off the bat was one I haven't heard tonight.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And that was to a relatively deep part of the ballpark in left center, but it was more towards the left field side. I thought it had enough, but now Murphy's going to have to come up clutch here with 2 outs to bring that run home. 1-0 pitch in there, strike 1. Whitaker comes set. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Jake Henry with a decent lead over on second.
And from seeing Jake Henry in these first couple games and seeing how he plays the outfield, seems like he's got decent speed out there, right?
Yeah,
Should
indeed.
Should be a threat to score on any base hit. Murphy line drive, but caught by Campbell over there at third base. Jay Campbell doing it all for Front Royal. And Newmarket, unfortunately, is going to come up empty here in the bottom of the 7th inning after 1 hit. That big double from Jake Henry Williams. We'll see you next in the top of the 8th. Front Royal still up 6-3. Scheifetz back out to work for the Rebels here in the top of the 8th. First pitch landed in there for a strike. He'll be greeted by the top of the lineup for the Cardinals, Laura, Hill, and Campbell. Another strike. Scheifetz quickly up 0-2.
Scheifetz working quickly and efficiently. Game.
That went ripped to left center field. It's going to get down. Jake Henry cuts it off and is going to throw in the second base to keep it as a single.
Right fielder number 18, Jackson Hill.
That'll bring up Jackson Hill. First pitch in there, strike one. Scheifetz trying to pitch around a base runner in this inning, just like he did inning prior. That clutch double play to end it. Swing and a miss. Up in the count once again, 0-2. Pitch misses low and outside, ball one. Hill was 2 for 4 today with 2 singles and 2 reach on errors. Decent amount of errors for both sides tonight. Also had some discussion on base hits and other reach on errors and whether they should be flipped or not.
Gabe Millara kind of flirting out there on his way to second.
1-2 pitch misses, count now even 2-2. Check on the runner, they have him, but Murphy can't come away with the throw. And Millara is going to head to third base, and Murphy chucks it over the head of Waltmeyer at third base, and that's going to score a run.
Two E3s?
That is going to be an E3, I believe. Scheifetz fired a pickoff move over the first base. It was a hard throw. Didn't hit Murphy directly in the chest, but it did hit his glove and then shot away. So since it hit his glove and was a ball he could have came away with easily, that will be an error on Murphy. And then a second error on Murphy on that play for his throw to third base. Scheifetz goes upstairs and gets Hill swinging and missing for the strikeout.
So 2 additional errors for the Rebels.
Third baseman number 35, Jake Campbell.
And here's Jay Campbell. Campbell 3 for 4 tonight. Mikey going to help our official scorekeeper with some scoring woes there.
Yeah.
First pitch, a ball to Jay Campbell. So 1-0, Cardinals now have a 7-3 lead in the top of the 8th. Jay Campbell with nobody on. And that ball is going to be hit over the head of second baseman Caleb Newcomer. Dropped down for a base hit in front of Logan Kelly. That'll be a single, his 4th hit of the night. It's 4 for 5. Will probably end his night 4 for 5. Or a girl can hope that he doesn't come up to bat again. A very productive night for Jay Campbell, and looks like we are going to have a pitching change. So Scheifetz coming out of this game. We'll let you know who's coming in.
tuning back in a little early to bring you Daniel Shuda, recent acquiree for the Rebels and the pitching staff. Pitched one clean inning for them so far. And he will inherit a base runner and 1 out here in the 8th inning. To recap this inning, Laura led off with a single, and then Scheifetz had him picked off dead to rights when he was at first base, but Murphy couldn't come down with the pickoff move to throw. Laura shot for third base with his speed. Murphy tried to gun him down there, but overthrew Waltzmeyer at third, which allowed him to score. Hill then struck out, and Campbell reached on base with his 4th hit of the night. And now, here's Brookins up for Front Royal. First pitch, fouled back, strike 1. Some unfortunate defense at the end there, but all things considered, decent outing for Jason Scheifetz.
Yeah, absolutely. Runner goes.
Another foul back, and Campbell will have to head on back to first base.
Yeah, only hoping or assuming if the runner doesn't score, then it would only be 1 earned run.
Right.
The home team bias, what can you say?
0-2 pitch. Beauty of a curveball lands in there for strike 3. Backwards K for Shuda.
Not gonna lie, I thought that one was a ball. Didn't see any, like, emphasis on motion from the umpire. But it looked good.
Bit of a quiet strike 3 call. Yeah, just caught the outside corner. That'll bring up Lafferty, Front Royal center fielder.
Lafferty 1 for 2 on the night, but has reached base 3 times.
Two walks for him. He's got this at-bat started with a 1-0 count. Fouls that pitch back, 1-1. So Cardinals now lead 7-3. Rebels now have to climb back from a 4-run deficit. But they've had some chances. They've been getting guys on base. Run steals. Throw is in time. They got him. Great throw by John Dubkowski. That's going to end the inning. Shuda comes in, gets the strikeout, and Dubkowski helps him out with the 3rd out. You're now heading to the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals still up 7-3. Mike Dubkowski leading things off for the Rebels here in the bottom of the 8th. Takes that first pitch in there, strike one.
Ryan Whitaker back out again. Pitched quite a game for the Cardinals. 2 2/3 innings so far, and he's only at 29 pitches.
Talk about efficiency. Ryan Whitaker has been that exactly. Giving the Cardinals some good length and some much needed zeros on that scoreboard in the bottom of the 6th and bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Dubkowski now faces a 1-2 count. Ever important here in the bottom of the 8th inning to at least get one of these 4 runs back. Make the comeback in the bottom of the 9th a little easier. Dubkowski swings and misses on that outside pitch. Strikeout for out number 1. Whitaker continues to cruise.
Blake Waltemeyer.
And now the southpaw is going to have a lefty-lefty advantage as Blaine Waltzmeyer comes up to the plate. 1 for 3 so far today. Curveball is going to hit him. Nowhere for Blaine to go, and he'll take his base.
You'll take any base runner any way you can.
Exactly, that's all that matters at this point.
Come and claim it. I'll grab the catcher from Enterprise State Junior College. The team, John Dubkowski.
Brings up John Dubkowski.
Dubkowski 0 for 2 with a walk.
Just made that great play on the defensive side, throwing out the runner to end that frame. One 0 pitch. Gonna make John Dubkowski have some happy feet to get out of the way. Luckily, I've heard he's light on his feet. Able to escape that hit by pitch. 2-0 count now. Rip to left. It's going to get through for a single. The Rebels have something brewing here. 2 runners on, 1 out. And that will bring up Bryce Pax.
Pax looking for his first hit in a Rebels uniform. Waltemeyer over on second, John Dubkowski on first.
A lot of hits for the Rebels today. 8 hits, only 3 runs to show for it. In addition to many errors and walks.
Curveball's outside for ball 1.
Baker comes set. Looks at the lead runner at second base. 1-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner. Strike 1. One pitch to Pax. Breaking ball. Fouls it off right side. Pax reached for that one at the plate. Bit of a 2-strike swing and a 1-1 count. Really want to avoid a double play here. That will be a rally killer of all rally killers.
True.
Whitaker checks on the runner.
Oh, kinda.
And no throw.
Bit of a weird.
Playing a little eye tag over there. One-two pitch. Pax rips it to right field. It's going to touch grass. So Bryce Pax has his first hit as a Rebel.
In a moment when the Rebels need it, too. A single to right. Loads up the bases here in the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, and looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
So we'll get the information on this new pitcher for Front Royal coming in and get right back to you.
Now batting for the Rebels from Shippensburg,
Matthew Konecki
second baseman number 11.
in relief to inherit a bases-loaded jam for the Cardinals. He'll come up against Caleb Newcomer. Newcomer 0 for 3 today. Trying to break out of that and come up big for the Rebels here. First pitch, inside, ball 1.
And it appears that this is Konecki's first game.
So quite the first appearance to have.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Oh, actually, I might be lying.
Newcomer fouls that pitch back, strike 1.
Oh, I am lying, sorry. I was looking at the batting stats. 6 games, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 8 runs, 5 of those being earned, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts.
So a bit of a small sample size so far this summer. 1-1 pitch. Newcomer lines it to right. It's going to get through. That's going to score at least 1. And the throw is going to get by. But the Cardinals doing a good job of backing up. Everybody's going to have to stay put where they are. The bases will remain loaded, but the Rebels get a run back. Score is now 7-4.
Oh, nice piece of hitting there by Caleb Newcomer. And we have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Brennan Peterson in for Cody Cooper.
Pitch hitting from Avalon Christian University. Number 7, Brennan Peterson.
So Brennan Peterson, fellow infielder, replacing shortstop Cody Cooper in this big situation. 1 out, bases still loaded. Pitch from Konecki. Slider misses outside, ball 1.
think this might be the most energy we've felt at the ballpark all year. And the suspense has got to be crazy for David and the fans right now.
Yeah, sorry if you're still experiencing some buffering, but hopefully that does add to the suspense. That one's lifted, shallow right field, front Royal players crashing on it. Right fielder will bring it in. The throw is be delivered pretty accurately home and keep the Rebels lead runner there at third base.
And who more do you want up in this situation than Jake Henry Williams?
Exactly.
From Arkansas State University, left fielder number 34, Jake Henry Williams.
Rebels leadoff hitter Jake Henry Williams coming in with a big RBI opportunity.
3 for 4 tonight.
And with
No
two
pressure,
outs,
really.
yeah, no pressure, 2 outs,
Absolutely
bases
none.
loaded. Little room for error on both sides. That pitch is going to get by.
That'll
Runner
be-
coming home, and that's going to be another scored run for the Rebels this inning.
You know, you'll take it.
Absolutely. Dubkowski comes home on the wild pitch. Everybody moves up a base.
7-5 lead now for the Cardinals. And a 1-0 count on Jake Henry Williams.
Not exactly sure if that was a wild pitch or pass ball. Usually you just revert to the default answer being a wild pitch.
And they're going to intentionally walk Jake Henry Williams. And I don't blame them in the slightest. I think that's the first intentional walk I've seen this year.
Definitely the first one I've seen.
Logan.
Mikey doesn't know how to feel.
Definitely interesting to see that one in Summer League, but if you're going to do it to anybody, do it to
Yeah.
Jake Henry Williams. What's up, Logan Kelly? First pitch to him. Inside, strike one.
Now Logan Kelly just have to make him pay.
Maybe there's a little chip on his shoulder, or the Cardinals rather facing him than Williams. That pitch
Almost grazes them.
just misses his knee. But it's going to be ball one. Konecki comes set. 1-1 pitch to Kelly. Outside corner, strike two. Well located on the outside half. Tough to see that one called when the first pitch was on the inner half. It was called a strike as well. Kelly down 2 strikes, has to battle.
Gotta defend here.
Great take, leaves it low, evens the count 2-2.
2's all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Number 2 hitter at the plate. Down 2 runs. 2 runs scored this inning so far. 2-2 pitch. Kelly sends it to center field. It's going to drop. 1 run's going to score easily. Second run coming around. This game is tied. And Jake Henry slides in safe at third base.
Bryce Pax, Caleb Newcomer scoring on that single to tie up this game. Great blooper there by Logan Kelly. And Williams is going to go over to third. Kelly advancing on the throw.
And that's going to drive Konecki out of the game. The Cardinals making their second pitching change
Wow, we're gonna break
of
the
the
ice.
inning.
Let's do another giveaway.
So Logan Kelly drops that one right in front of center fielder Lafferty, who had no chance to get that one. We'll get the information on this new pitcher. Rebels have tied it. Score 7-7.
Murphy.
Matt Murphy up to bat here for the Rebels. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Rebels have batted around here in the bottom of the 8th.
Into pitch for front royal, Kai Hanasaki. There it's 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Another swing and a miss from Murphy. Murphy now down 0-2.
2 outs. Has a single so far tonight. And has reached base on a walk.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Hanasaki strikes out Murphy to end the 8th inning, but not before the Rebels come away with 4 runs and tied this game up 7 apiece, heading now into the top of the 9th. Lafferty leading things off for the Cardinals here in the top of the 9th inning with a fresh count.
Daniel Shuda back out for the top of the 9th.
First pitch misses high, ball 1.
Austin Lafferty, Mason McDougal, and Aiden McNelly will bat in the top of the 9th for the Cardinals. Somebody trying to give the go-ahead run. And
That one in there, strike 1.
the VBL does have the runner on second rule, the ghost runner. Oh, ghost? Is that what it's called?
Ghost runner.
They're real, though. They're really out there. The last batter.
They are real, but the concept
Ghost.
supernatural. That will be in the 10th inning if the score remains tied here after the 9th. Pitch misses outside. Moves to count the 3-1. One pitch from Shuda. Lifted out the deep right center. Lubkowski chasing. He's camped under it, and he'll make the catch. Sorry, that's
That's
pass.
pass.
not
I was just about to
Lubkowski.
say. I've made that mistake mentally many times tonight since Dobkowski's designated hitting
So
instead of playing the field.
out number 1 for the Rebels in this frame. Lubkowski with a rare half day off. I say half day off because he's DHing, so still in the lineup, but not having to play defensively. That will bring up McDougal, who's 0 for 4 today. First pitch lifted, out of play, left side.
You know, I really like Blaine Waltzmeyer in the infield. I know he's normally an outfielder, but I feel like generally he's making pretty consistent good plays out there.
He's always been a great defender at first base, and he's looked really good today at the hot corner. That pitch misses, ball one.
I mean, use him where you need him, but I think we are more of a need for infielders right now than anything.
And it's nice to have a bat in the middle of your lineup that you can move
Yes.
around defensively. That one's
Absolutely.
lifted in foul territory. Waltzmeyer over, and
He
he
has
makes the
it.
catch. So just as we're talking about him, Waltzmeyer makes a pretty good play in foul territory to come away with the second out.
Especially with the acquisition of Jake
Replacement number 36,
Henry Williams,
Kelly.
I'm sure he'll be making a pretty consistent outfield appearance regularly.
Jake Henry definitely seems like